Logan sat at his cluttered desk in his dimly lit laboratory, the soft hum of machinery and the occasional beep of his computer the only sounds breaking the silence. Outside, the city was alive with the usual hustle and bustle, but inside his lab, time seemed to stand still. A holographic screen floated in front of him, displaying complex equations and data from his latest experiments. Despite the cutting-edge technology surrounding him, Logan felt a deep sense of solitude. At the same time, in another corner of the universe, a scientist named Kira sat in her sleek, futuristic laboratory, her holographic communicator glowing with an alert from Logan. They spoke almost daily, sharing the latest discoveries from their respective worlds. Kira had grown to cherish these conversations. Logan's birthday was approaching, and Kira wanted to send a gift that would not only surprise but deeply touch her dear friend. As she paced her lab, pondering the perfect gift, Kira considered various options. A new piece of technology? Too impersonal. A rare element? Too impractical. Then it struck her. The beauty and grace of Valan women were renowned throughout the galaxy. An idea formed, audacious and unconventional, but the more she thought about it, the more she liked it. She would send a companion, someone who could bring joy and perhaps love into Logan's life. Kira immediately thought of Lyra, a strikingly beautiful woman with a kind heart and adventurous spirit. She was well known and admired on Valan, and Kira had often seen her at scientific conferences showing an interest in human culture. She contacted her, explaining her plan. "Lyra," Kira began, her voice echoing through the crystalline corridors of her lab, "I have a rather unusual request. You see, my friend Logan on Earth is celebrating his birthday soon, and I want to give him a gift that will make a real difference in his life. He is lonely despite his brilliant mind and kind nature. I was hoping you might consider visiting him as a companion, even if just for a while." Lyra listened intently, her curiosity piqued. She had heard about Logan from Kira's stories and was intrigued by the prospect of traveling to Earth. The idea of helping someone and experiencing a new world excited her. "What would this entail, Kira?" she asked, her voice calm but with a hint of excitement. "I mean, how long would I stay, and what would my role be?" Kira smiled, sensing her interest. "Initially, just to be there for him, help him with his daily life, assist in his experiments if you wish, and simply be a friend. If things work out and you both find it agreeable, you could stay longer. I assure you, if at any point you wish to return, you can. And of course, I will compensate you generously for your time and effort." Lyra thought for a moment. She had always yearned for adventure and new experiences. Helping someone who needed companionship and possibly forming a meaningful connection was appealing. "All right, Kira, I'll do it. When do I leave?" Kira's eyes lit up with gratitude. "Thank you, Lyra. You'll leave in 2 days. I'll make all the arrangements. Logan will be so surprised." True to her word, Kira arranged everything meticulously. She prepared a small but luxurious spacecraft for Lyra, equipped with all the comforts she might need during her journey to Earth. She also briefed her on Earth's customs, ensuring she would feel comfortable and prepared. Logan sat at his cluttered desk in his dimly lit laboratory, his thoughts interrupted by the familiar chime of an incoming call. He glanced at the screen, a smile spreading across his face as he saw Kira's name appear. With a quick tap, the call connected, and a three-dimensional hologram of Kira materialized before him. "Logan, my friend," Kira's voice was warm and filled with enthusiasm, her Valan features sharp and alien yet familiar and comforting. "Kira, it's good to see you," Logan replied, leaning back in his chair. The sight of his friend, even as a hologram, never failed to lift his spirits. Kira and Logan had met years ago at an intergalactic science symposium. Despite the vast distances between Earth and Valan, their shared passion for scientific discovery had forged an unbreakable bond. They communicated almost daily, exchanging ideas and collaborating on projects that pushed the boundaries of their respective fields. Today, however, there was something different about Kira. Her eyes sparkled with a hint of mischief, and her grin was wider than usual. Logan raised an eyebrow, curious. "What's going on, Kira? You seem particularly cheerful today." Kira chuckled, the sound resonating with an almost musical quality. I've been thinking, Logan. Your birthday is coming up, isn't it? According to the Earth calendar, it's just around the corner. Logan nodded, somewhat surprised that Kira had remembered. Yes, it is, but honestly, it's just another day for me. I usually spend it working. Ah, but that won't do, Kira said, shaking her head. You deserve something special, my friend. Something that will bring you joy and remind you that you are valued. Logan felt warmth in his chest at Kira's words. You don't have to do anything extravagant, Kira. Your friendship is more than enough. Kira's grin widened, and she leaned closer to the holographic display as if sharing a secret. Well, I've been planning something quite extraordinary, a gift that will be both significant and expensive, as it should be for someone like you. Logan's curiosity was piqued. Significant and expensive? Now you have my attention. Kira's smile turned mysterious. You'll see, my friend. In 2 days, I want you to go to the spaceport used for interplanetary transportation. Trust me, you'll find a surprise waiting for you. Logan laughed, a mix of anticipation and amusement filling him. All right, Kira. I trust you, but you've certainly raised my expectations. Kira's expression softened, a hint of sincerity in her eyes. You've been a wonderful friend, Logan. You deserve something special. Just wait and see. As the call ended and Kira's hologram faded away, Logan leaned back in his chair, his mind buzzing with curiosity. What could Kira possibly be planning? The thought of receiving a special gift from his friend filled him with an unusual sense of excitement. For the first time in a long while, Logan felt a flicker of anticipation about his upcoming birthday. He turned back to his work, but his thoughts kept drifting to Kira's mysterious words. Whatever the surprise was, he knew it would be something memorable. Little did he know it would be a gift that would change his life forever. The bustling spaceport on the outskirts of Earth was a cacophony of activity, holographic advertisements flickering in the air, promoting everything from interstellar cruises to cutting-edge gadgets. Ships from countless planets landed and took off, their sleek designs and diverse insignias creating a vibrant mosaic of alien technology. Amidst this controlled chaos, Logan stood, feeling a mix of anticipation and curiosity. Kira had been cryptic but insistent. Go to the spaceport in 2 days, she had said with a mischievous glint in her holographic eyes. I've got a surprise for you. Logan, trusting his friend implicitly, had taken the day off from his lab and now found himself surrounded by an array of beings from across the galaxy, each with their own stories and destinations. As Logan scanned the crowd, his mind wandered to the possible surprise Kira might have in store. An exotic gadget? A rare scientific specimen? The thought of an interplanetary surprise filled him with a childlike excitement he hadn't felt in years. Little did he know, this surprise would be unlike anything he had ever imagined. The intercom crackled to life, announcing the arrival of a ship from Valen. Logan's pulse quickened. Kira was from Valen. Could this be it? He moved closer to the arrival gate, his eyes searching for any sign of his friend or the mysterious surprise. The ship docked with a gentle hum, and the airlock hissed open. Passengers began to disembark, their diverse appearances and attire a testament to the wide array of cultures Valen hosted. Among them, one figure stood out, a woman, her presence commanding yet graceful. She moved with an elegance that seemed almost otherworldly, her dark eyes scanning the crowd with purpose. Logan felt a strange pull as their eyes met. The woman approached him with a confident stride, her attire a mix of traditional Valen fabric and modern design. She stopped a few feet away, her gaze warm and inviting. "Logan," she asked, her voice melodic with a subtle Valen accent. Logan nodded, momentarily speechless. The woman smiled, and it felt as though the room had brightened. "I'm Lyra," she said, extending her hand, "Kira's gift to you." Logan's mind raced. A gift? What did she mean? He took her hand, feeling the warmth and sincerity in her grip. I'm sorry. I'm a bit confused," he stammered. "Kira sent you?" Lyra's smile widened. "Yes, she thought you might appreciate some company. I've come to help you, and perhaps be a friend." Logan's heart swelled with a mix of gratitude and surprise. He had never expected such a thoughtful gesture from Kira. The reality of his loneliness, something he had grown accustomed to, now seemed more apparent in the light of Lyra's presence. "This is unexpected," Logan admitted, a smile slowly forming. "But welcome. It's a pleasure to meet you, Lyra." As they left the bustling spaceport, Logan couldn't shake the feeling that this birthday surprise might be the start of something extraordinary. The car ride from the spaceport to Logan's home was filled with a lively conversation that flowed effortlessly. Lyra's curiosity about Earth was infectious, and Logan found himself eager to share stories and anecdotes about his world. As they drove through the city, Lyra marveled at the architecture, her eyes wide with wonder at the skyscrapers and bustling streets. Logan, meanwhile, stole occasional glances at his new companion, still trying to wrap his mind around the fact that she was here, a living gift from a distant friend. He felt a mix of nervousness and excitement, emotions he hadn't experienced in a long time. "So, what do you do, Lyra?" Logan asked as they stopped at a traffic light. Lyra turned to him, her expression thoughtful. "Back on Valen, I'm a cultural liaison. I work with different species, helping them understand and integrate with Valen culture. I've always been fascinated by other worlds and their people." Logan nodded, impressed. "That sounds incredible. I imagine you've seen some amazing things." Lyra smiled, a hint of nostalgia in her eyes. "I have, but Earth is different. There's something unique here, something I've always wanted to experience." As they continued their journey, Logan felt a growing sense of ease with Lyra. Her presence was soothing, her laughter contagious. He realized that Kira's gift was more than just a companion. It was a chance for him to open his life to new experiences and connections. When they finally arrived at Logan's home, a modest house nestled in a quiet neighborhood, Lyra gazed at it with curiosity and admiration. "Your home is lovely, Logan." Logan felt a flush of pride, grateful for her kind words. "Thank you, Lyra. It's not much, but it's comfortable. Please, make yourself at home." Inside, Logan gave her a tour, showing her the various rooms, his lab filled with gadgets and experiments, and finally, the guest room where Lyra would be staying. "This is your room," Logan said, opening the door to a cozy space with a view of the garden. "I hope it's to your liking." Lyra stepped inside, looking around with a warm smile. "It's perfect, Logan. Thank you." As the day turned to evening, Logan prepared dinner, their conversation continuing seamlessly. Over the meal, they shared stories of their respective worlds, laughter and warmth filling the room. Logan realized how much he had missed this, sharing a meal with someone, engaging in conversation, and simply enjoying another's company. As they finished their dinner, Lyra leaned back, a content expression on her face. "Thank you, Logan. This was wonderful." Logan smiled, feeling a deep sense of gratitude. "No, thank you, Lyra. I can already tell this is going to be a birthday to remember." Lyra chuckled, her eyes sparkling. "And it's just the beginning." In that moment, Logan felt a sense of hope and excitement for the future. Kira's gift had indeed been significant, not just in its expense, but in its potential to change his life. As they cleared the table and continued to talk late into the night, Logan knew he had made a new friend, one who might bring unexpected joy and adventure into his life. As the days passed, Lyra settled into life on Earth with ease. Her presence brought a new energy into Logan's home, transforming the once quiet space into a hub of activity and laughter. Logan marveled at how quickly he had grown accustomed to her being there, her companionship filling a void he hadn't realized was so deep. Each day was an adventure, filled with exploration and discovery. Lyra was eager to learn about Earth, and Logan found himself seeing his world through new eyes. They visited museums, attended concerts, and took long walks through the city, Lyra's curiosity leading them to places Logan had long forgotten to appreciate. One evening, as they sat on the porch watching the sunset, Lyra turned to Logan, her expression thoughtful. "Logan, can I ask you something?" "Of course," Logan replied, intrigued by the seriousness in her voice. "Why do you spend so much time in your lab?" Lyra asked, her gaze steady. "I mean, your work is important, but it seems like there's more to life than just work." Logan paused, considering her question. It was something he had asked himself before, but had always pushed aside. I suppose I've always been driven by the pursuit of knowledge, he admitted. But maybe, somewhere along the way, I forgot why I started. Life outside the lab seemed less important. Lyra nodded, understanding in her eyes. I can see that. But you're missing so much, Logan. There's a whole world out here, and you're a part of it. Her words resonated with him, a gentle reminder of what he had been overlooking. Logan realized that Lyra was not just a companion but a catalyst for change, someone who was helping him rediscover the joys of life beyond his work. As they sat together, the colors of the sunset painting the sky in vibrant hues, Logan felt a sense of peace and contentment he hadn't experienced in years. Lyra's presence had brought light into his life, illuminating paths he had long forgotten. The bond between Logan and Lyra deepened with each passing day, their friendship evolving into something more profound and meaningful. Logan found himself opening up to Lyra in ways he hadn't thought possible, sharing his dreams and fears, his hopes and regrets. Lyra listened with empathy and understanding, her presence a balm to his soul. One evening, as they sat together in the garden, Lyra turned to Logan, her expression serious yet gentle. Logan, there's something I need to tell you. Logan's heart skipped a beat, sensing the gravity of her words. What is it, Lyra? Lyra took a deep breath, her eyes meeting his with unwavering sincerity. When Kira sent me here, I didn't expect to find this, she gestured between them, a soft smile on her lips. But I've grown to care for you deeply, Logan. You've become more than just a friend to me. Logan's heart swelled with emotion, a mix of joy and gratitude washing over him. He had felt the same way but hadn't known how to express it. I feel the same, he admitted, his voice filled with warmth. Your presence has changed my life in ways I never imagined. You've brought light and laughter, and I can't imagine going back to how things were. Lyra's smile widened, her eyes shimmering with happiness. I'm glad to hear that, Logan. Whatever happens, I want you to know that these moments we've shared mean the world to me. As they sat together under the starlit sky, Logan realized that Kira's gift had brought him more than just a companion. It had given him a chance at love, at a deeper connection that transcended worlds. In Lyra, he had found not only a friend but a kindred spirit, someone who understood him in ways he hadn't thought possible. The day of Logan's birthday arrived, filled with anticipation and celebration. Lyra had planned a small gathering with Logan's closest friends, a surprise party that filled his home with laughter and joy. As the evening unfolded, Logan felt a profound sense of gratitude for the people in his life, especially for Lyra and the unexpected gift of her presence. As the night wound down and the guests began to leave, Logan and Lyra found themselves alone once more, the quiet of the night wrapping around them like a comforting blanket. "Happy birthday, Logan," Lyra said softly, her eyes reflecting the warmth of the moment. "Thank you, Lyra," Logan replied, his heart full. "This has been the best birthday I can remember, and it's all thanks to you." Lyra's smile was radiant, her happiness palpable. "I'm glad I could be a part of it." As they sat together, the stars twinkling above, Logan felt a sense of contentment and peace. His life had been forever changed by Kira's gift, by the beautiful alien woman who had come into his life and filled it with love and laughter. With Lyra by his side, Logan knew that the future held endless possibilities, and he looked forward to facing them together.